everyone, welcome back to the Worship Cellist. I'm David Feldman, and today we are going to unveil what I call a hand orientation and describe what it is. So if you want to play effectively while reading a worship chart, even at a basic level, you need to be able to do it in any key, without having to completely change how your left hand navigates chord changes. So traditionally, we use the term position to describe where our left hand is on the fingerboard. And it's based on the distance your hand is from the open string. So we have things like first position, second position, third, fourth position up here when your thumb is in the groove of the neck. And that's useful in many situations, but it doesn't give us a unified system that works across different keys as we describe our hand placement. So to keep our finger patterns consistent no matter what key we're playing in, we need a new way to think about and describe our left hand placement. So instead of basing it on our hand's distance from the open string, we're going to focus on how our hand is oriented within the key. And we'll call this a hand orientation. And this concept is crucial to navigating chord charts easily in any key. Even though key signatures and note names change from key to key, the interval structure that organizes them stays the same, as you can see here. So rather than naming hand orientations based on the letter name our first finger is on, like F-sharp orientation, we're going to name them by the scale degree our first finger is on. And since solfege is already a widely used system for describing note positions within a key, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, we're going to adapt that, naming hand orientations based on the solfege syllable that our first finger is playing. And if you want to learn more about solfege, if this is new to you, check out the video link in the description. So every key has 7 distinct notes in it. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. And then, of course, do repeats again. But 7 distinct notes. And since your first finger could be placed on any of them, there are 7 distinct hand orientations. Do orientation, re orientation, mi orientation, etc. And each orientation includes 3 notes. The note that your first finger is on, plus the next 2 in the scale. So if you are in do orientation, your first finger is on do. Let's say we're in the key of C. So I'm going to put my first finger on C. I can play C, and then I can play the next 2 notes of the scale, which would be D and E. Or if I'm speaking in solfege, do, re, and mi. If I'm in re orientation, with my first finger on D in the key of C, I can play re, mi, and fa, or D, E, and F, right? So every orientation starts with the solfege your first finger is on plus the next 2 consecutive notes of the key. So in most cases, you'll have a choice of an octave. So if I'm in the key of C and I want to play in mi orientation, mi is the 3rd note of the scale, so that means my first finger will be on the note E. And as you know, if you know the cello fingerboard, I have several E's that are easily accessible. I have an E on the C string, I have an E on the D string, I have an E on the A string. Each of these are going to work just fine theoretically. The difference is going to be in the timbre, the register, and we're going to have a video later on in the series about how to make those artistic choices. But for now, any of those choices will work just fine. So, to keep learning, watch our next video, and make sure you like and subscribe if you find this helpful. Happy celloing, and see you soon.